So what are some of your biggest turn-offs?
Turn-offs? Oh my god. I hate being able to hear people breathe.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, the Prissy Missy channel. We are finally here. And when I say we are finally here, I mean like me taking 5,000 years just to get this video going. But you know what? Better late than never, and this was just the right time for it. Yeah, no, so I'm super excited that you guys are here with me. I know I was supposed to get this like Love is Blind video out 400 years ago, but you know what? Better late than never, like I said. But no, I'm really glad y'all are here. So today, what we're going to do is, obviously, we're going to talk about Love is Blind. And I just want to discuss, you know, just things that we could learn from Love is Blind. You know, of course, people have their opinions and, you know, what should have been, what could have been, and what is. But yeah, I have my opinions too, and we are going to discuss that. But while we do that, I'm going to do like a mini quarantine beat. It's kind of like a birthday beat because it's my birthday, y'all. I know, in quarantine. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. But yeah, so we're going to do my makeup as well while we discuss this. Side note, I'm not any makeup guru, so y'all not about to be like, yes girl. I mean, it might be like a yes girl, or it might be a oh girl, maybe you should try next time. So let's get started. So of course, if you guys watched Love is Blind, you guys would know that it was basically a show where they brought some random people, put them together in this pod, and ironically, it's kind of like they knew social distancing was going to be the future because they literally practiced social distancing. I think they were like 4 feet apart and they couldn't see each other, but they had to base their connection based on like what they were hearing and like the people's voices. It was getting crazy. Some of them was wilding out on it, okay? Like some of them, it was like, As you guys know, Love is Blind is actually shot 2 years ago. So these people have been married for like 2 years before we finally saw like all of this like play out. And it's actually interesting to see that most of the couples are still together. Like most of the couples that knew they were going to be together are still together. And I don't know, they call the show Love is Blind, but to be honest with you, all those people were good looking. So I feel like they weren't going to have problems looking, like as far as like looks go. They weren't going to be like, oh my gosh, you know what? You're not like, I mean, the whole point of the show was that you were not gonna go for like what you usually go for. That's the whole point, was to kind of like take that bias out per se, and then just kind of like go with the flow, right? Which is like what not most people are used to. And one of those couples that made it happen was Lauren and Cameron. So Cameron on the show, if you guys notice, he was like not playing any games. He even made a comment where like, because if you notice, all these people were like asking about dogs and stuff, and he was like, yeah, it's great and all to know that, you know, you want to ask about these dogs and such, and that is important, but I'm here to find a wife, and I'm not gonna find a wife if you just keep asking me questions about a dog, right? And that's real. He came in there with a motive. He knew what he wanted, and he was not about to be distracted, is basically what it was. And the same thing went for Lauren. Lauren was like, okay, you know, this is some crazy idea, but I'm going to go with the flow. Like, I know I want a husband. I'm going to make this happen. It's going to happen. Like, I'm going to find my husband. Let's talk about Diamond and Carlton. Diamond and Carlton, right? Cute couple for like 3 days, right? Whatever. Carlton, you know, the thing about Carlton was, you know, Carlton came in there. First of all, when this whole scene came out where he said that he was a bisexual man, and he did not have the right intentions when he came on the show. He was trying to act like, you know, he was genuine, he was there for true love, but honestly, that man was not there for true love. That man was there to like try to make a name for himself and kind of become like a Lauren and Cameron per se, like a household name, but it ended up turning on him. So I think what his plan was, right, was to get somebody, because let's say the plan was for him to tell the person that he connects with in the pod that, hey, I am a bisexual man. Is this something you can deal with? And that is what Diamond said. Like, you should have told me that so I can make that decision for myself. You know what I'm saying? But he decided, because he is an attention whore, and honestly, he was only there for himself and not really for love, that he would do it after so he can make this match and continue to be on the show wherever the show took him, you know? And I think with him telling Diamond, like, hey, I am a bisexual man, you know, this and that, he was hoping that when the clip aired and the way Diamond reacted, people would kind of like turn on Diamond, like, why didn't you stay with him? He's a bisexual man. Like, kind of like, you're a homophobe, da 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 da. But no, because he thought he was playing the game right. And basically he was trying to manipulate everyone and essentially try to manipulate us as viewers that, hey, you know what? She didn't like me because I was gay. Like, no, she didn't like you because you basically lied to her and then told her that her wig been sliding off, which was just beyond me. So you're like telling her that, oh, she's the greatest thing in the world, and then now you got an issue with her? Come on, Carlton. He's been stalking Diamond. Diamond clearly doesn't want anything to do with you, sir. He continues to like be writing posts about her, trying to get her back, saying, you know, they love each other. But no, Carlton just wants to become a household name. And God was like, sorry, sir, it's not gonna work out for you. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what happens when you try to think you're gonna play the game. And then God's like, sorry, that's not how you play the game, you know? And then also Carlton, like, so they're preparing to shoot for season 2, right? So Carlton, like a few weeks ago, was talking about how he wants to be on season 2 because he was not given a fair chance. Sir, you were given all the chance in the world, but you decide to be an a-hole and try to manipulate the situation and the person that you were with, which obviously nobody fell for it. And I'm kind of glad, I'm really honestly glad that people saw through his BS. You know, and then he tried to play the victim role, like, oh, people are like doing this. It's like no, sir, you knew what you were doing when you did what you did. I don't really have a problem with Diamond, to be honest with you, but then Diamond, like a week ago, decides that she's gonna say she was actually supposed to be matched with Cameron. And
how did Cameron say no to me? It was pretty much, I felt like he wasn't, I don't know. I can't really say. Spill the tea. He got in kind of got in a dispute with Carlton about it. So I felt like that led him to be like, you know, I can't do this anymore. They had a conversation about him feeling me. Clearly didn't end well.
I'm like, sis, I know it hurts to like not have that like Cameron and Lauren connection, you know, because you were played, but for you to like try to disrespect somebody that's a couple that's been married for 2 years, sis, you had all the time in the world. Like, you could have said that during the reunion if that's how you felt. Girl, we never even really saw anything with you and Cameron in those pods, so I highly doubt that y'all had a connection. Like, sis was literally sitting there enjoying herself with Carlton, but yeah, wants to say she had a deep, strong connection with Cameron. Okay, sis, whatever. Why would you say this? Like, it makes no, it's 2 years. It's not like a month. It's not even 6 months. Not a couple weeks. 2 years, girl. Like, move on. People always trying to rob people of their happiness, and it's like do better with your life. So this is my theory, right? With the whole Jessica, this is my whole theory with Jessica and Mark. Barnett ends up picking Amber, so now she's like, damn, like, we know she wanted Barnett. We know Barnett was her first choice, you know, and one of her insecurities was that obviously Mark was 24 and she was 34 at the time, right? So I feel like, you know, that was still an insecurity, but the whole point of the show is that age was not going to matter, race was not going to matter, like, none of that was matter. You're just taking out all these things to find true love, and will it work because you take away all these things? So right there and then, you know, she's like shoot, like, man, I don't know if this gonna work because this man is 24. But then Barnett is like, you know what, I think Amber is the one for me. Like, I can't see myself with anybody else. Like, she just makes me so happy, you know. And that was fair. It was like, okay, dude, like, you know, that's what you like, that's what you like. So I think she just got insecure. She was like, I need to leave with somebody. I need to like prove a point to my family and my friends. And then she gets into the situation with Mark, and then she's like, oh, well, he's not, you know, eventually she's like, yeah, he's not where I am as far as like work and stuff. And it's like, girl, you knew that before the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, you knew that. But I think she wanted to like prove something, that, you know, well, if she can't have Barnett, then she can still find love with him. Like, maybe it just will work with Mark. But it's like, girl, her heart was always with Barnett, and obviously the bottles of wine she was drinking, but then she didn't get what she wanted. And you know what, maybe, just maybe, like, let me just get over this fact that he's like 24 or whatever, which she technically should have, because that was the whole point of the show, to be honest. And I mean, it's fair. If she wasn't comfortable with it, she shouldn't have gone with Mark. She was just coming from like a really desperate place, unfortunately, and she was just like, okay, shit, well, if Barnett's not gonna pick me, then, you know, I do have another choice, and it's Mark. And, you know, even though I'm telling Mark that I would love to be with him, and I want to act like I'm invested in him, deep down inside, she was lying to herself, because deep down inside, Barnett was who she always wanted to be with. That was, at the end of the day, her end goal. You know what I'm saying? And if she could have snatched her away from Amber, she would have snatched her away from Amber. And one thing I like about Amber too is, and that's another thing too, Amber always had confidence. Amber, and she said it too, like, that's one thing about her. She was like, I'm confident in whatever I do and whatever I want. And, you know, like, when you're confident about who you are and what you're doing, there's nothing in this world that's going to stop you or tell you that you can't have what you want. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get that by all means necessary. And Amber stuck to her goal. She was like, yeah, I'm confident. I know me and Barnett got this connection. You can't tell me nothing. I don't care. There was like literally 10 girls that were like obsessed with Barnett. It's like, confidence will take you places you didn't even realize you could be. Confidence will get you somebody you didn't even think you could get. Confidence will get you to wherever you need to be, basically. And this is the final look, guys. Yes. I just was going for like a Beyonce type of look. I'm just kidding, y'all. This is the look though, okay? So I think I did a pretty good job, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the best makeup artist, but I do what I can, and I think that's why I can relate to us girls and women that don't know how to do their makeup that well. Practice. And so in conclusion, you know, the point of the matter is basically to stay true to your goals. Once you start to deter from your goals, you know, you get all these distractions, and then you kind of just forget why you were doing what you were doing in the beginning, okay? And then your blessings just go poof, and then you're like, oh my God, well, why isn't this happening? It's kind of because you're just focusing on all these other stuff when you just need to be focusing on what you want and what you want to do. And then the second thing too, what we can learn from this is that what's for you is for you. You know, like, if you see somebody and you, like, let's say in the same room, like Love is Blind, you know, they're all in the same room, and you're like, man, like Diamond said, you know, it should have been me and Cameron. He actually wants to be. Well, just because you and Cameron worked out doesn't mean that you are going to get the same things and the same sponsorships and, you know, the type of attention that Lauren and Cameron are getting. At the end of the day, we are all individuals, and you can't emulate what somebody is. Like, nobody can be me. You know what I'm saying? They could try to laugh like me. They can try to have, like, you know, my vibe and my, you know, my personality. But at the end of the day, we are all original people. So you just got to stick to who you are and do what works for you. Because you trying to be somebody else or copying someone's business, you know, brick by brick, honey, you're not going to get the same blessings. It just does not work like that. Like, it will never like work like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I mean, it was about time I finally put this video out for this Love is Blind. Yeah, because I was like, there's definitely lessons that we can take from it. You know what I'm saying? We all blessed. But I hope that I'm gonna be back next time. We're gonna do more videos. And I just want to hear what you guys have to say and kind of your opinions, because Love is Blind was a big thing. I mean, it was a huge project that took place 2 years ago. And I mean, even the producers, I heard, didn't even think they were going to air the show because they didn't really like believe in it, right? But you know what? The phenomenon was great. Now we're getting ready for season 2. I really hope they don't put Carlton on there because he does not deserve another chance on Love is Blind. Like, we don't want to see you, Carlton. You didn't really make an impact enough even to even want us to see you on this. But I hope I see you guys next time. Let me know what you guys think. And then let me know what you guys want to see too. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I just want to send you guys positive vibes because you know what I say, gratitude is the attitude, honey. Okay. All right, I'll see you guys next time.